Shalom and welcome to today's edition of Rabbi Ron in the House. It is now Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles or Booths. What a wonderful opportunity, another feast of the Lord, an appointment with God to worship Him. One of the fall feasts, the last one. We started with Yom Teruah, the day of shofar blast, or the day of shouting. And that reminded us the Lord will return with the shofar blast and shouting. Then came Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. After Yeshua returns, the eyes of Israel will be opened. All Israel will be saved. Paul teaches us in Romans chapter 11. And then finally comes Sukkot, which means tabernacles or booths. And what happens here is God told the people of Israel, He says, all native Israelites are to live in booths for this feast. What does that mean? We got a picture here of a pretty little house. It means that all native born Israelites, thank God, here I'm in America, I was born here, it doesn't count for me. But here, all those that were born in Israel, what did they have to do? They had to move out of their house for a week, gather some wood, some little poles, 2x4s, build a framework for a little booth, a dwelling, grab some of the branches from some of the trees and make a little temporary wall and roof and put it up here in their yard somewhere and live in their booth for the week, for the Feast of Tabernacles, of Booths, Sukkot. Lots of different lessons about that, about what lessons you can learn in trusting in God. But prophetically, how does it prepare us for Messiah's return? Well, after He returns with the shofar blast and shouting, Israel is saved. They have atonement for their sins. What happens is, scriptures tell us there will be a millennial kingdom. He'll reign for 1,000 years. He'll take care of business. And then what? He'll create a new heaven and new earth, and we will live with Him forever. He won't take off and go back up to heaven and then come back another time. Nope, it says then He will stay and we will dwell with Him, live with Him forever. And so this is a great word of encouragement that when He comes back, we will then be on the road ready to live with Him forever, in the flesh, in the natural, here together. That is something wonderful. It's great that we have God's Spirit within us so we can hear Him, we can talk with Him, engage with Him in prayer, we can commune with Him. But even better, Sukkot, tabernacles, dwelling, reminds us that after He returns, we will dwell with Him forever. And that is the most wonderful news ever in the history of this planet. You dwell with Him forever if you belong with Him now. And so I want to encourage you, make sure that you belong to Yeshua, that you've put your trust and faith, you've surrendered control of your life to Him, you live for Him, you belong to Him. Because then once He returns, you will dwell and live with Him forever. That is why this is a joyous holiday. It tells us to be joyful during this feast. Yom Kippur was serious. Sukkot is a joyful holiday because we're reminded of the most incredible, wonderful, wonderful news. We will dwell with Yeshua forever. Oh, let that put a little skip in your jump there in your walk today. Let that put joy in your heart and just get you off to the start of a wonderful, wonderful day. And so until next time, this has been Rabbi Ron in the House.